Hey my beautiful Libra peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ant from Cancer Moon's Tarot and I'm coming at you with your November 2023 tarot reading. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Do want to mention before we start, if you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website, cancermoonstarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description below. If you would like 20% off for all of November regarding 15-minute personal readings, you can use code November23 at checkout if you're interested. But nonetheless, here Team Libra, thank you so much for coming on out and let's see what's going on, baby. What do we got showing up here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout November 2023. What information's coming out here for Libra throughout November 2023? Let's go ahead and see what's up. Starting out with the overall energy, we have here the Two of Cups coming into play here for you. Looking at the current energy, the Ace of Cups, what you're dealing with here, the Four of Swords, and taking a look here at the current outcome, the Two of Swords showing up here as well. Immediately what came to mind, what I've heard, is I've lost my way. And I'm not sure necessarily if you're talking about just in the general retrospect of life, in a very specific or certain scenario, but I've lost my way with something that came in very, very clearly. But what this month is about, looking at the outcome here, Two of Swords, I have to make a choice. Will I choose to find my way back to myself again, or will I choose to remain wandering without knowing what comes next? Now, I often advocate for wandering without knowing what comes next. I think it's great sometimes to get a little bit lost in life because inevitably you'll be found, but it's not about being lost and just aimlessly wandering. It's about being lost, but figuring it out along the way, not putting pressure on yourself to have to know what comes next. I think that that's a good way to put it. But when we're wandering aimlessly, without really taking action, trying new things, having new experiences, that's where I would say getting lost isn't a fun thing to do. But I see here once again with those Two of Swords, it's like I can choose to find my way back to myself, or I can be in a period of time where I keep wandering aimlessly. I feel like if we're looking towards a goal here, Libra, probably one of the best goals we can hit here coming into November is not necessarily about finding your way back to yourself again. I think it's about more so, I've lost who I was, I've lost what I've connected to, I've lost a connection to a certain area or certain moment in my life. What can you do to recreate it and make it better? I think that if we look at it in that retrospect, it's going to change the game here coming into November 2023. So we start out here with the Two of Cups, which is the energy of reconnection, which is great. So I do see you connecting here to yourself again, but I feel like once again, it's a reinvented kind of version of yourself. And I love it for you. Here's the thing, right? We're in Scorpio season. Scorpio season is all about reinvention. It's all about that energy of, what's the word that I'm looking for here? It's on the tip of my tongue. Innovation. There you go. It's all about being innovative, reinventing yourself, reinventing situations. So I feel here with the Two of Cups, it's like you're connecting now to who you want to be. There's a reason why you've lost your way originally. There's a reason why you might have lost yourself. There's a reason why you might have lost your connection to X, Y, and Z. And chances are because it wasn't in resonance with you anymore. But coming into this month now, we have this beautiful opportunity. Let the old version of me, let the old version of this die and be in the past. And of course, we're talking about a metaphysical death here, but let it die so that a new version of you or whatever you're dealing with can be reborn. And I feel like once we start to tap into that energy, everything changes, man. Looking at the current energy, Ace of Cups, here comes fulfillment, okay? Definitely some fulfilling time, some fulfilling energy showing up for you. You know, looking at what you're dealing with here, Four Swords, I think you're going to recognize I needed to get a little bit lost because now I'm not necessarily finding myself again, but I'm finding exactly who I want it to become. And that is the beauty of the story here, coming on into November 2023. So we're off to a really good start. I'm liking this energy showing up for you so far. So let's go ahead and continue here with your reading. Now let's take a look and see what might be showing up in your potential challenge. So what's going to be showing up in the potential challenge here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout November 2023. What do we got? We got here the Two of Wands. Very similar here to that Two of Swords, you know? The challenge kind of being, do I want to aimlessly wander or do I want to find out who I am choosing to be going forward? So the challenge here, I think, was exactly that. Am I going to aimlessly wander, or am I going to reconnect myself or reinvent myself? And I think that you are overcoming this challenge very clearly, considering that we see the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups. I feel reinvention definitely happening here at this time. So the challenge here is kind of irrelevant. You know, it's going to be something that you definitely overcome here at this time coming into the month, which is fantastic news within itself. Moving on forward, let's see what Libras here can expect coming on up in November 2023. What can my Libra peeps here expect coming into this month of November 2023? What do we got? We got here the Page of Swords, we got here the Knight of Cups, we also have here the Page of Wands, and we have here the Hangman showing up for you as well. Now, Page of Swords here could be a card in my book that can resonate towards being hesitant. Sometimes it's about being hesitant, not shooting your shot, not going after what you want, but I feel here really strongly that you are pushing beyond hesitancy. It's about saying, screw it, I gotta go for things, right? So the Knight of Cups here is the card of action, and it's also positive action, like taking positive steps towards the right direction in your life. You know, I think that a lot of you are changing up your mindset very significantly here coming into November, and Scorpionic energy is gonna have a massive influence on that, right? Scorpio energy is about death and rebirth. So whatever doesn't serve, whatever doesn't resonate with us, we gotta be willing to let that go so we can reinvent something new. And I see here for you guys, in a way, maybe your attitude might possibly be reinvented as well. You might have found that in the previous months, if you feel like you've lost yourself, you might have found that you had lack of motivation, lack of energy to really want to reinvent yourself or find yourself again. You might have just felt like, well, I feel lost and this is just what it is. And you might have actually been in that energy of maybe aimlessly wandering, for those of you that this resonates to. And that's okay if you get there, you know? I want everybody to know, by the way, by no means necessary am I spewing negative judgment in this reading. I think we all get a little lost sometimes, dude, and that's life. And sometimes it could be a little bit of a while, you know? It could be a few months, could be a year. Shit fucking happens. So just know that you're in a judgment-free zone here. Okay? But yeah, I think that some of you could have been in that energy of just being super lost and wandering aimlessly, not really knowing where you're going. But everything changes here with that Scorpionic energy, you know? It's about knocking out what isn't in resonance with your higher good anymore, what isn't in resonance with your path. So I see your attitude definitely changing to something more positive here, Team Libra, with the Knight of Cups, and you know, you're really working towards building a positive morale and moving in a good direction. Now, looking at what else you can expect, Page of Wands. Love that. Page of Wands is fun. It's a really good card. It's the energy that represents passion. It represents interest. So there's definitely going to be some things catching your eye here in November 2023 when I'm mentioning who you want to become. I do feel like you're going to start to take interest in a new version of yourself. This new version could include a new way that you carry yourself. This new version could include a new career. It can include a new set of friends or people you associate with, a new attitude. It's like you have a lot more new interests than you've previously had, you know? You are figuring out who you're choosing to be now, and I definitely think that it can show and reflect a lot in your life based upon what you're choosing to do. It could be your sense of style, who you associate with, the types of things you're into. So it's going to be a cool time, I think, of exploring like the type of person you want to become and the type of things you want in life. And you're going to start to notice that those new interests are really going to pique your interest. And I think that you're going to have fun with it. So that's one major cool thing I'm seeing here in terms of what you can expect. It's going to be like a cool time, just like trying out new things, having new experiences, maybe revamping your style. So you're going to have fun with that for sure. We also have here the Hangman coming out in terms of what you can expect. And the Hangman here is a card that of course can represent stagnancy, but it also can represent the energy of an epiphany. So let's look and dive in and see what this epiphany entails. So what is going on here with this epiphany card? What is Libra realizing? We have here the Emperor and we have here the Death. The Emperor is kind of the controlling parent, the controlling boss, the controlling forces of life. You might not be dealing with a controlling parent or a boss. This could just be maybe society, who knows? But the Emperor in this context is representing that you've always felt like you were told this is who you are. Right, Libra? You were always felt that people told you who you are, this is the role you play in society, this is the person you are, and that's just simply that. What Libra season is going to show you is that you are not what people say you are. You are not what people think you are. You are not what people want you to be. Libra, you can be whomever the fuck you want to be at this moment in time. You can choose to be who you desire to be each and every single day. If you don't want to be the same person you were yesterday, you can reinvent yourself today. And that's going to be the massive epiphany you're having, the massive realization you're having, which is what I did see show up earlier in this first part that we did for your main situation. So with that being said, I don't think there's much more to carry out going further because I don't want these messages to continue to be redundant. So I will get into the rest of the read for you. But just for that quick recap, guys, I think that you started out with this Two of Swords moment where it's like, do I wander aimlessly or do I find myself again? But then there's an even bigger epiphany. It's like, this month's not about finding myself. It's about who the hell do I want to be? Because there's a reason I lost myself in the first place, That's what you're going to realize here, Libra. There is a reason I lost myself in the first place. And considering I lost myself, why would I want to find my way back to that version? If I lost myself, I'm clearly not in resonance with who I was. So it's time to reinvent myself and figure out, who the hell do I want to be? Let's identify that person. If I don't know what that image looks like yet, let's try new things. Let's explore in life, right? The Page of Wands, like I mentioned, is about you exploring whole new things, new styles, new associations of people that you want to be around, whatever the case may be. And in this time of exploration, it's also innovation and reinventing who you're going to be. And I think that it's going to be fantastic, guys. So really, really awesome here, just for a quick recap of the read. But moving forward, let's get on into the rest of what I got for you. So we're going to hop on into your career. We're going to look at your love life and your personal life. So let's take a look here at that stuff, okay? All right, jumping on into November 2023. What do we got coming up here in career for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we got showing up here in career for the zodiac sign of Libra throughout November 2023? First card out is going to be the Queen of Pentacles. The following is going to be the Justice card, which is the Libra card in the tarot. And lastly, we have here the Star card showing up for you as well. Very cool. Taking a look here at career, things are definitely balancing themselves out. I think that if you've been finding that you've kind of gone through careers pretty sparingly, like if it feels like it's been hard to find a career that would stick, if it feels like you've kind of been going from job to job for a while and you haven't really found something that tailors to your needs, your wants, and your desires, I think that the opportunity for finding that long-term career can definitely be a possibility coming into November. You have here a Star card. You have here a Justice card. This is the energy of things balancing itself out. Pretty similarly on how you are finding yourself and figuring out who you want to be. It's kind of like maybe for some of you, you might have felt lost in your career path. Maybe you felt like you were bouncing from career to career. Nothing ever seemed to want to stick and nothing ever seemed to truly encapture your interests. But I definitely get that sense here that there could be something very magical in the air this month. I don't know why I'm getting that sense where it's like there's something magical in the air this month where you can be finding where you feel like you belong, right? That's what the Star card's all about. It's about alignment, feeling like you're exactly where you need to be. And the Justice card is about everything eventually comes around. Everything eventually balances out. So if you've had a tough time finding that career that you feel sturdy in and secure in and something you're going to enjoy, here comes that turnaround and fortune where you do end up finding the career that tailors and suits your needs. So we can definitely be seeing these energies moving in your career for November 2023, which is really fantastic. So congratulations for any of the Libras that this part resonates with, because it's super duper awesome for sure. Now hopping on into love, let's take a look here at the single Libras first and see what's popping in here for you guys in November. What's going on here for single Libras? We had a card jump out. That's going to be the Seven of Wands. The next card is going to be the Knight of Pentacles. And lastly, Nine of Wands showing up here for you too. For the single Libras, I kind of get a bit of a sense here of maybe right now love is not what's on the menu. You might not have much of an appetite for love or an appetite right now for dating and relationships, because Seven of Wands is like, I'm kind of pushing myself away from that scene. I see with the Knight of Pentacles, you can be more financially focused, more focused on getting money, more focused on saving money and making investments. So right now, money might be more of a focus for you than love is. I see here with the Nine of Wands, you also to a degree here look like you're hesitant single Libra to want to put yourself out there. Knight of Pentacles is about taking things slow. I think you're recognizing there's no rush in finding my dream person. There's no rush in finding a romantic partner. And at the end of the day, I think you were very much so in the energy of noting that when the time is right, you'll always meet the right person. So I don't feel like single Libras here are rushing into love this month. I think that this month definitely could be more financially focused and career focused. And if that's not the case here, I think that maybe you're just taking your time with relationships. It's not something you want to rush. And I also see with the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands is really a card here about putting your foot down. So you might see here, single Libra, people possibly trying to be involved with you, but maybe you're going to have, end up, having to turn them down and let them know that this is not what you're looking for at this time. So there might be people interested in you at this time, but you might not be interested in them, or more so interested in the idea of a relationship. It always ends up happening that way, huh? Right? When you're not looking for love, everybody wants to get to know you and be with you. But then when you're looking for a relationship, it's like, where the hell is everybody? So yeah, it's an interesting phenomenon, but I do think there definitely can be options showing up for single Libras. But once again, I don't feel like you're trying to take those options right now. You definitely seem either more so career focused, or you're focused in other areas of life, and maybe even personal expansion here too. Now, jumping into the coupled Libras, let's see what's going on with you guys. What do we got here for Libra couples coming into the month of November 2023? What's going on for Libra couples, please? First card out is going to be the Nine of Cups. Taking a look here at the next card, the Page of Cups, and then lastly, the Moon card coming up here for you as well. All right, I definitely feel like deeper bonding is coming into play here. Now, if you're a Libra and you're in a fairly new relationship, this could be about moving out of the stage of just simply liking each other to falling in love with each other. So you might notice that if your relationship is fairly fresh, November might be the month where you're like, yeah, I'm definitely in love with this person, and there is no ands, ifs, or buts about it. These are my feelings and these are my emotions. Now, if it's not about, Libra couples that are fairly recent, maybe you're Libra couples that have been dating for a few years with a partner, you might be unlocking much more deeper emotional layers here with your partner that maybe you felt like you haven't experienced before. Like your connection's just getting so much deeper than it once was. And that can be due to the nature of emotional experiences that you'll be undergoing together. So there can be, for coupled Libras, emotional experiences happening here. They're not negative emotional experiences, but they're things that allow the two of you to grow closer because you bond over some sort of situation. So I do see bonding coming into play here a lot more. I do see that for Libra couples, there's stability here, there's happiness here, there's love here, but there's a sense of the love just getting deeper. For the couples that have been dating for a long time, it could just be some sort of situation that the two of you get through together, and it brings your relationship a lot closer. For new Libras, or for Libras that are in a fairly new relationship, this could be about figuring out, I am falling for my person. This isn't just feelings anymore of liking someone. This is loving someone, and this can go somewhere. So congratulations. It looks good either way, for sure. All right, let's keep it moving forward. Let's see what's up with Libras on a little bit more of a personal level coming into the month of November. What do we got going on here for Libra peeps personally throughout November 2023? First card out is going to be the King of Cups. Next card here is going to be the Queen of Swords. And lastly, Five of Pentacles showing up here for you too. Yeah, Five of Pentacles is the energy of lack, but it also could be the energy of feeling left out in the cold. In a way, you can almost call that feeling lost. What do you got right next to this Five of Pentacles is going to be the Queen of Swords, which is the energy of detachment. So personally, Libra, you are detaching from the energy of feeling like you're wandering aimlessly and feeling lost in life. I think that you're getting yourself together. You're getting yourself incredibly collected, not connected. You're getting yourself incredibly collected here at this time. And with the King of Cups showing up over here, King of Cups is like being in a very great place emotionally, where you can have a really solid perspective on your life, on the things around you. So I feel like there's a lot of emotional clarity, a lot of mental clarity that'll be showing up here for you personally in this month. So it's very, very transformative, It's going from that energy of lost to found, and reinventing, the type of person you want to be, and seeing things so clear, and seeing such a clear image of who you resonate with now for who you are and what you desire. So I love it for you. It's that energy of being found again, but this time you're reinventing who you want it to be. You made this choice yourself, and it's going to be very, very beautiful, I think, in terms of how you feel, and especially in terms of the clarity that it brings, not only just emotionally, but definitely mentally. Tons and tons of clarity being supported here this month, okay? All right, guys, let's hop into the outcome, man. You have a fantastic reading here, Libra. It's actually been such a fantastic time reading this for you because I'm feeling nothing but great-ass energy and great vibes for you, so looking at a really awesome month, everybody. But what's going to be the overall outcome for Team Libra throughout November 2023. What do we got as the overall outcome? We have here the Six of Cups, and we have here the Nine of Swords. I love that, man. It's about leaving behind the worries, the fears, the anxiety, the unhappiness. It's like all of this energy that maybe you've been going through for the past couple weeks, past couple of months, maybe some of you the past couple of years. This cycle comes to an ending, and you are now in your new beginning. You are now a brand new image of who you've chosen to be, right? This is your reinvention. And it's beautiful, guys. And you get to leave behind what doesn't resonate with you anymore, the old version of yourself that didn't serve you, the old people that didn't serve you, the old job that didn't serve you, however it applies to you. But you get to leave it all behind and walk forward today being someone brand new. All right? Team Libra, this was a poppin' ass reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate that so much more than you know, so thank you very much for coming out. Of course, if you enjoyed today's video, definitely do drop a like. I'd appreciate that. And of course, if you are new here, do consider subscribing. Be more than happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. But thank you so much, Team Libra. All right, let me know down below how you felt about this reading today. Of course, guys, if you do want a personal read, first link in the description below. Do remember, if you want to get 20% off on a 15-minute personal reading, you can use code November23 for that 20% off at checkout. Be happy to meet you guys over there on my website if you're interested. But Libras, have a great rest of your November, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.